Well, hello. Thanks for coming back to check out another video. So, we are here today to sit down and talk about our empties for the month of November. So I have my little empties bin right here. I am just super excited to get into all of these makeup and like skincare, hair care items with you guys. I feel like as we near the end of the year, I'm like extra excited about empties videos. I think it's specifically because I am really interested to see like my end of the year empties. So just in case you're curious, we're going to do this empties video for November, have another empties video in December, and then in January I'll do like an end of the year recap for 2022. How much makeup did I use up? And then a separate video of how much like beauty items did I use up. So without any further rambling, we're going to get on into this. And like with every empties video, it is divided into chapters for you. Okay, so like with every empties video, let's start off with hair care. So I did manage to finish off 2 more hair care items within the month. Both of them do come from Fortune Cookie Soap. So this first one is one of their leave-in conditioners. This was in the Beam Me Up scent. I don't know if this is still available. The scent of this was quite lovely. It was very like fruit leaning, like really like watermelon, cherry, kind of mango, pineapple, but coconut was the most like forward scent from this. So I really enjoyed it. It really gave me nice like summery vibes, but I even enjoyed using it in the like fall months. So their leave-in conditioners, I think that they really do a good job of making my hair feel very hydrated, very smooth, helps to like keep the tangles at bay, you know. This is the last step that I will use like in my hair care routine when I wash my hair. The other way that I do like to use their leave-in conditioners is as like heat protectant sprays for when I straighten my hair. So I feel like their leave-in conditioners, they're not super thick. They're on like the thinner side, almost kind of like a watery type consistency. But like I said, they do a really good job hydrating my hair. But since they are on that thinner side, I feel like they do work really well as heat protectant sprays as well. So then the other hair care item, like I said, does also come from Fortune Cookie Soap. So this is one of their deep conditioner masks. The jar is empty, as you can see. This was in the Squirrel scent, and I don't know the scent notes that they describe off the top of their, like off their website. I don't know them off the top of my head is what I'm trying to say. I feel like I smell things differently than the rest of the world. So to me, this very much had a like evergreen pine kind of scent to it with peppermint and bubblegum, which sounds really weird when I say it, but there's something about the combination of them. It's kind of woodsy, but then that bubblegum comes through and then that peppermint. I don't know. I really did enjoy it. I think that all of their hair care products are scented really nicely and they do stay on your hair. However, I will say, like, obviously I use the deep conditioner in the shower. I'll leave it on for 5 to 10 minutes and then wash it off. So I can very much smell it on my hair, like at that point. But when I get out and I, dry my hair and I put in all of my other products and especially like topping it off with like the leave-in conditioner, then whatever leave-in conditioner scent that I have used, that is what I smell the most. But I really do feel like their scents linger on my hair for a good like 2 days, which it's a nice experience. Okay, so let's talk about some nail care empties. I do have 2 empties from this, category of makeup empties. So the first one is a Kiss brush on nail glue bottle. I use these all the time with my Impress nails. Now, if you're unfamiliar, Impress nails have the like little adhesive pad already on them. However, if I just go in and put them on with no extra like glue or anything, I feel like the nails pop off within like 2 to 3 days. Now, I am quite rough on my hands. I do wash my hands a ton. I'm cleaning the house a ton, things like that. But when I put on this Kiss brush on nail glue and then the Impress nail, I feel like my nails last like 10 to 14 days, and that makes it much more worthwhile for me because I don't want to sit down and take the time to like put these on and then have them, break off and like, I was going to say chip away, but they're not nail polish. They don't really chip away, but they do break off. I don't feel like it's worthwhile if they're not going to last, longer than like a week. So that is why I always recommend to use a brush on nail glue with the Impress nails, even though like Impress themselves don't recommend it. They say you don't need it, like their adhesive pad is enough, but I'm just here to tell you that it's not. So the other nail product empty that I have to share with you does come from Impress, so it is a set of nails. This is the Bells and Whistle I don't know if they still like make this one. I don't know if this is in their lineup. You can see it's like in the old packaging. Hopefully the ring light doesn't glare this part of the packaging out too much, because that's where you can see like what nails came with it. So as you can see, it was some matte blue, like dark navy nails. Really pretty. I'm not like always a fan of the matte nails, but these were really pretty. And then you had like a silver glitter accent nail, as well as like a matte blue and a matte white, like kind of plaid printed nail. I really found that these were really cute for fall. Did enjoy them. Like every Impress nail box, these did come with 30 nails. Now, typically, I try to use all 30 nails, but you can see I still have some matte blue ones kicking around. So what's left in here is 10 nails. I could do a full-on set of just matte blue nails, but I'm not into that. I don't want the full matte look. Like, I really like having the accent nails to go with them. So just the way that I like decided to do my nails, like I wore more accent nails with like each set than just like one or two, right? So I went through those nails a lot quicker, and that is why I still have some left over. But either way, it is a box of empty nails, in my opinion. All right, let's go over some perfumes, and then we'll jump into body care. So I do have a body spray from Bath & Body Works. This is Frosted Coconut Snowball. I don't know, this does not have the scent description on it, but it very much is just like a good light kind of coconut scent. It's not super heavy like when you think of coconut in the summer, and it's very tropical. Like the Frosted Coconut Snowball is much more of like an airy, like lighter, like I've already said, lighter scent. So to me, it reads very winter time, and I just absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite scents that they come out with for the winter time. And then the other like perfume kind of thing that I have is an actual perfume. So this is from Replica. This was the Autumn Vibes perfume. Now this is just one of the little like 10 ml travel size kind of, you know, take with you sprays that they come out with. I'm struggling to get it out of the packaging. Okay, finally got it out, and I don't want to admit to you how long it took for me to get it out of there. But you can see this is an empty bottle of the 10 ml size, like little travel spray. This is how I like to purchase expensive perfumes, because I have commitment issues. Some scents I will get really tired of, so I don't want to pay the hefty price tag and be stuck with like a big bottle and fall out of love with the scent. Also, this was the first time, outside of like little samples, this was the first time that I actually like tried the brand. Now this scent, Autumn Vibes, was very much of like a woodsy kind of wet earth scent. I don't know, I didn't really like it. It was super appropriate for the fall, like that it totally gave me fall vibes, but I just didn't like that wet earthy smell. Just not one for me. Maybe that's what's up your alley. However, I will say the pro to this was that this lasted so long. I felt like even 5 hours into my day, I could still smell this on myself. So the longevity of their perfumes is really nice. I think it outperforms the longevity of some of the other like higher end perfumes that I have, we'll say. So definitely a brand that I want to keep my eye on. I did purchase a like trio set from them of 3 like 10 ml size spray bottles, and out of the 2 that I've tried out of that so far, I really love the scents, and I do find that the scents last a really long time, much like this one did. Okay, a lot of body care to get through, specifically a lot of body lotions. Now I will say we're in November, so my October empties, I did pre-film a little bit early, so some of these body care items I know that I finished off like at the tail end of October. So technically they should be in the October empties, but like I said, I needed to pre-film that, so we're just chucking them into the November empties. I just want to put that out there, just in case you're like, Haley, how did you manage to go through so much body care in 1 month? That's why. So the first one is a little like travel shower gel from Bath & Body Works. This was the Fall in Bloom scent. Now on these little travel size guys, they don't put the scent description on the back, so I'll try to leave it on the screen for you. I did not like this. I'm glad that I cashed in a free like item coupon on this. It was a scent that they were really marketing pretty heavily, and I feel like a lot of people said that they liked it, but I don't know. I don't think there were peach notes in it like when you saw it on the screen, but that's very much what I got, is a very peachy florally scent, and it just, I didn't like it. It was much more spring reading to me rather than fall reading, and in the fall time, I want to smell like bakery scents and those kind of heavier scents. Like I don't really want like the florally kind of scents. So not my favorite. Like I said, glad that I cashed in a free item on that. So then, okay, so we will get into body scrubs. I do have 2 of them. So this first one is from, Let's see, Onyx Bathhouse. I've never heard of them. I found this at a TJ Maxx. So this is Happy Fall, y'all, and this was a foaming body scrub. This was very misleading. I know exactly why I picked this up. I don't know if you can tell on the packaging, but there's just a ton of little pumpkins. I thought this would be a pumpkin scented body scrub, and it wasn't. It was vanilla almond scented, and it smelled much more just like straight up almond oil, and I did not enjoy it. The other thing with this, it was one of those body scrubs that had like the coloring to it. So like the first layer was like a brown, and then there was an orange, and then the very bottom here was a dark blue. So I don't know the point of that. Like, it all still smelled the same. Like, none of those different colors had like a different scent to it. But by the time I got down to the blue one and started using it, that blue coloring that they used in this stained the crap out of my shower. I had to go in and bleach my shower twice to get that coloring off of it. Super upset, super frustrated with that. So even though the scrubbiness of this was nice, it was up there with like Tree Hut, like very abrasive, like take a layer of your skin off. I just could not recommend this brand or anything like buy them or anything like colored like that, because just the cleanup that went in with it was just so horrible. So the other body scrub that I have is a creamy body scrub from Bath & Body Works. This was Pinkberry Clouds. So the scent notes of this were strawberry sponge sugar, marshmallow fluff, and fresh air. This very much, like, strawberry to me does seem more like a spring summer scent, but with that marshmallow fluff in it, it made it smell kind of like a strawberry kind of donut kind of thing. Really enjoyed it, really loved it for the fall time. Now I will say the creamy body scrubs are not my favorite. They're not abrasive at all. So if you've tried something like Tree Hut or other things and you're like, oh my goodness, like, no, that hurts, I don't want that, maybe seek out something like this. Maybe not specifically from Bath & Body Works, because they can be quite pricey, but something that is marketed as like a creamy body scrub might be more up your alley, because at the end of the day, to me, this feels like just a body wash that has like a little bit of a grit to it, but I don't really feel like it scrubs my skin all that well. Okay, so 4 body lotions to get through. So the first 2 do both come from Fortune Cookie Soap. They're part of their CYO line, and so CYO stands for Create Your Own. So periodically throughout the year, they'll put this out where you can like create your own scents of certain things. So this was, for instance, lotion. So you can add up to 3 different scents to it, or you can just do one, like if you're really missing a scent within your life. Typically, I've mixed scents, and I really enjoy doing that. So this first one was very much a like blueberry, pancakey, but kind of had some cinnamon to it scent, and I just absolutely loved it. Felt like it was just a great transition from summer into fall. Like I said, really enjoyed that scent. And then this other one that I did is more of like a pumpkin scent, and it was fine. It had like a lot of vanilla to it. So I would say the scent notes like of this one that I picked, it was much more like vanilla was very heavily like featured, and then it was some kind of like clove scent, which I'm not like a huge fan of because it kind of feels spicy like in my nose. And then pumpkin was like the last scent. So while they're whipped creams, I didn't enjoy this scent, but that's on me because like I said, this was part of their CYO line and I picked out these scents. But overall, I do really enjoy the whipped creams from Fortune Cookie Soap. They're not as thick as like a Bath & Body Works body cream, but they are thicker than like a standard lotion. And I feel like they do a really good job of keeping my skin hydrated, even in these drier, cooler months. But their whipped creams, which are supposed to be thicker, I can use them in the summertime as well. And I don't feel like they're super heavy on my skin. So the other 2 body lotions that we have to talk about do both come from Bath & Body Works. So this first one was a little travel size guy. Again, free like coupon kind of thing, free trial size item. But hopefully you can see down in there, I did cut into this and scoop everything out. So this was their Dream Bright body cream. I think that they came out with this for the winter time, and it was lovely. This had very much of like a pine tree kind of scent to it, which I know doesn't really sound all that great, but it was like just like a walk in the winter woods, you know. I really did enjoy this, but I don't think I will pick it up as a full-size item because I have a ton of body lotions to get through. So then this other one was a full-size item, and again, cut it open, so hopefully you can see down in there. There's nothing left. This came out, I want to say, in January of this year. They did a whole line where like the packaging of them was like pretty pastel colors. So this particular one was Pear Creme Brulee, and the scent notes of it are baked pear, caramelized sugar, and whipped cream. I have used up countless like tubes of this. Maybe not exactly like body creams, but I know I've used a shower gel and a body lotion, and I think I have one more body lotion for the spring season to get through. But I just absolutely love pear scented things, and especially when they are more on that like bakery side like this one, because like I said, it does have the caramelized sugar and the whipped cream notes to it. Just a really great scent, and I wish we could see more pear scented things come out onto the line. Okay, so let's get into skincare. So I have quite a pile of sheet masks here. Actually, I think, no, this first one, I lied to you, is a foot mask. But either way, foot mask. Now, I don't know the brand because I ripped off the top of the, packaging to open this up, and that's where the brand name was. But it all, I think I got this from TJ Maxx, but it's a honey paraffin foot spa mask. This was actually quite lovely. It kind of warmed up as it was on your feet. Just a really great, kick back and relax spa type feeling. So if I saw those again at TJ Maxx, I would probably pick them up. I just feel like it did a good job of moisturizing my feet. So then the other one, I do have 4 sheet masks, all from Tony Moly. So 3 of them are the I'm Rice, which is like clear skin. And then this one is the I'm Calendula. That a kind of flower that Haley just doesn't know. Either way, it was skin soothing. So if you've been here for any length amount of time, I don't need to go into this. You know that I really love the Tony Moly sheet mask. I think that they are leaps and bounds better than sheet masks that you can get at a higher price point from Sephora. These clock in around the $3 to $4 price point. So compared to some other things, really affordable. I just feel like they do a really good job. And I love just the experience of them. I know that sheet masks aren't really that great for the environment, but I get gifted these quite often from friends and family. So while I have them in my collection, I'm going to use them up. Okay, finished off a big old bottle of micellar water from Garnier. So this is their Skin Active line. I get mine in the pink tops. That is my favorite. I just feel like this does a really good job of helping to remove my makeup. Now, I do use a makeup cleansing balm as a first step to go in and take off my makeup, and then I will wash my face. And typically I'm in the shower while I'm doing these things. So when I get out of the shower, I feel like right at your hairline here, I can never get my makeup off of there. So that is when I like to go in with a micellar water and really clean that area up. It's just what works for me. I will also use these to sometimes I have the reusable cotton pads, so I'll put the micellar water on those and then I'll lay it over my eye. And I also feel like that helps to break down my mascara a little bit more easily. So I love to get these big value size, guys. I feel like that's the best price point. Just for reference, this is a 23.7 fluid ounce or 700 ml bottle. I feel like it's really cost effective to buy them in this way. I know that they have a green cap and a blue cap. I cannot remember what those are supposed to signify or stand for. And quite honestly, I don't know what the pink cap stands for. I just feel like the pink cap works the best because I know I've tried the other two and I wasn't super impressed with them. All right, 2 face washes because Haley has to have a shower face wash and a sink face wash. Now, I'm a little bit embarrassed to talk to you about the sink face wash because this has moved with me. This I purchased when we still lived in the DC area. Then we moved, and then we moved again. We moved to a different state, and then we were in an apartment, and then we moved to our house. So this has been through 2 moves with me. That's a little bit embarrassing, but this is from Too Cool for School. This is the Egg Mousse soap. This was a horrible product. I think that's another reason why it lasted so long. I couldn't even tell you if this really did anything for my skin because I had to push myself to try and use it. This comes out and it is the consistency of shaving cream, which is a really weird experience. And it kind of faintly smells the old school Gillette or Old Spice kind of shaving creams that they would have. Just not pleasant to put it on your face. I feel like it also didn't really suds up or anything like that. It just didn't make my skin feel all that clean. I really did do a lot of double cleansing when I was using this. I should have just chucked this a long time ago. I should not have let this move with me through so many, to so many different houses. But it was just one of those things, I feel like this Too Cool for School brand, a lot of people rave about this and they say oh, they make such good products. And so I think there was a lot of hesitation on my end to get rid of it because of that. But I'm just really happy that it's out of my life. This is the only Too Cool for School product that I have tried. And I was so unimpressed with it that I'm not going to seek out anything else from that brand. So my in-shower face wash that I have is from CeraVe. This is their foaming facial cleanser. I think this is one of the best face washes out there on the market, and it's at such a good price point. It's on like the more affordable side because it's on that drugstore side of things, and they do have like different sizes. So this is the value size. It's 16 ounces or 473 mils. This is for normal to oily skin, which is what I typically feel like I have. As we get into the winter months and it is cooler, I do feel like I have more drier skin, but I can even use this in the winter months. This never makes my skin feel like stripped or anything like that. So I do greatly enjoy this and have repurchased this countless times. I still have one in my like hoarding closet to pull out when I'm ready. All right, so let's talk about a face lotion that I finished off. So this is from First Aid Beauty. This is their coconut water cream. If I open this up, you can see like it is in fact empty down in there. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe I bought this at the Sephora Spring VIB sale, like, you know, this last spring. And I pulled this out to use this in the summer. This is very much a like water cream gel is the perfect way to describe it, except for the gel part. I feel like when things are marketed as like gel moisturizers, when I put them on my skin, they feel a little tight. So I wouldn't say that this gave me any like tight feelings on my skin. This actually felt very hydrating. When I had it out in the summer months though, I felt like it was a little too rich for my skin. I noticed a few more breakouts when I was using this. So I tucked it away back into my closet and then I pulled it out when we reached the colder part of the year and had absolutely no issues with it. This did wonders for my skin. I really feel like a lot of times in the winter, especially when the wind starts to pick up, I get a lot of dry skin like around my nose. I don't have any dry skin around my nose right now, and I, applaud this product for that. Like, I totally give it all the props for it. So if you are someone that has combination skin like I do and you've been interested in this, I would say definitely hold off and wait until you are in like the drier part of the season for yourself to, actually try this. But if you're someone that has really dry skin, you would probably enjoy this all year round. Now, I did not repurchase this. I purchased the, it's called like the water cream from the Inky List. I don't know if they're supposed to be dupes for each other, but I saw that the Inky List did have that, and so I wanted to try that just to see if they are dupes or like close enough. So I'll let you know when I actually finish off like that, the water cream from the Inky List, how I feel like which one is better. And then I did finish off as my last skincare empty, my one and only eye cream. So this is from Ole Henriksen. This is their Banana Bright Eye Cream. I absolutely love this empty jar, as you can see down in there. So I know that this is a little bit pricey, but such a little bit of this goes a long way. Like, I swear this little tiny sample, no, this wasn't a sample, this was a full size. Calm down, Haley. I have used up sample sizes of this though in the past before. So this is 15 mils or 0.5 fluid ounces. I feel like this lasted me a good 6 months, and I use this day and night. Such a little bit of this goes a long way, and I feel like this does a really good job of hydrating my under eyes and like the tops of my eyelids. I feel like my under eyes especially are super dry. Like, it's the only part of my face that is dry throughout like the whole year. And I've tried various other eye creams, and none of them felt like they made my eyes feel nice until I started using this one. I also feel like since using this super consistently, my concealer just looks a lot better on my face. I don't notice it being like super like crepey, especially as we are, like I said, in these drier months. Like in the winter time, I do feel like some areas of my makeup look a little too rough, but I'm not finding that out now, like not having those experiences now. So we'll see as we get like into the like absolute dead of winter how I feel. But as of right now, that Ole Henriksen eye cream is my like holy grail. And if I didn't say it, I do use it morning and night. And I feel like it's lightweight enough, but still moisturizing enough to be a day and night eye cream. Okay, so let's finish off this empty video talking about our makeup empty. So this first one is my Castile soap. So this is from Dr. Bronner's. I just really love these. I think these do a great job of cleaning your makeup brushes, cleaning your makeup sponges. I am someone who likes to clean my makeup sponge after I do my makeup and then before I do my makeup the next time. So this particular one was the like part of their baby line, so it's the unscented one. I have tried so many like different variations from this Dr. Bronner's line, like the rose one, this baby one, the peppermint one, the almond oil one. Like, I feel like they all do a really good job. So it just depends on like what scents you were into as far as like what I would recommend. But yeah, if you want my opinion on what is going to clean your brushes and your sponges the best, it's a Castile soap. Okay, down another setting spray. So this is the MAC Fix Plus spray. I know I purchased these during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty Spring event because they were half off and I had 2 bottles of them. So this is my last bottle of it. This used to be like a holy grail setting spray. I used to really rave about this and love to use these in the summer, hence why I picked up 2 of them. But I don't know, I think I've just really fallen in love with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and I feel like that does a lot better of a job. And specifically, my biggest complaint with like the 2, like why I think the Urban Decay is better, is that the nozzle on the All Nighter setting spray is leaps and bounds better. It's just a very fine mist. It's not going to ruin your makeup. But this MAC Fix Plus, it very much comes out like a jet stream, and I'm like, that's a little aggressive. Like, I don't need that. But at the end of the day, did it hold up my makeup really well? Yeah. Did it help to melt all my powders together? Yeah, that too. But I just feel like I like the Urban Decay one a little bit better. All right, a lip product. So I did finish off a second, because I think I've already finished off this exact shade already this year. So I finished off another Luxe lip oil from ColourPop. So this was in the shade Hey, because it's Hey with 3 Ys. So hopefully you can see like that is finished. I've scraped out all of it that I can. There's a little bit probably stuck to the sides, but you know, it's not really enough for like a full application. So their lip oils are really comfortable. I feel like they're very nourishing and they just give you like a light wash of color. I like to use these on their own just to go about my day, but I will also use them to like top off over on lip products. So the fact that this one is a berry one, it's just probably my favorite out of like all the like, I was about to say scents. No, out of all the shades that they have to offer, I just feel like berry is my favorite because I'm wearing more like pinks or brown type lipsticks than anything else. So it layers quite nicely on anything that I could be wearing. So this will definitely be something that I will repurchase down the road because like I said, just super comfortable and I love to use it in a variety of ways. However, I have a few more of these in my collection just in different shades and I would like to get through those first before repurchasing this one because this is, like I said, my favorite kind of shade, my favorite kind of color. And I know if I bring this back into my life right now, then I won't use those other ones that I have. All right, let's talk about another ColourPop product that is a swing and a miss for me. So this is a Super Shock Cheek. This is in the shade Between the Sheets. Now, this is a really pretty, like just kind of, I say effortlessly pink kind of blush shade because it's just really flattering and I feel like it's one of those pink shades that kind of goes all year round. Like it's not so light that you only think of it in springtime and it's not so dark and like more on the brown base side that you think of it for fall time. So I really did enjoy the color of this. It's just these Super Shock cheek products. Now, not the highlighters. I absolutely love the highlighters, but these cheek products, the blushes, I feel like they just dry out so quickly from ColourPop. They become so stiff and hard to work with. So then you have to rehydrate them, which I have been successful rehydrating them with jojoba oil. But once you do that, like it really thins out the product, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It makes it really creamy. Again, not necessarily a bad thing, but the pigmentation is like, bam, like much more intense than even when you open this brand new. So then it lasts like longer than you anticipated, which if this is like your favorite kind of product, then that's probably a good thing. But it's not my favorite kind of product, so I really didn't want it to last any longer, you know? It's just specifically just, it's stiff. And my cream blushes that I like tend to be on the more emollient side. So it's just not something that I would recommend. But like I said, I absolutely love the Super Shock highlighters from their line. All right, 2 powdered makeup products, and then that will be that. So I do have a bronzer from Nabla. So this was in the shade Ambra. It's part of their skin bronzing line. If I'm not mistaken, this is the lightest shade that they sell. So I feel like it was supposed to be more of like a neutral toned bronzer, which is what I really love. I don't want a like really warm or really like orangey red based bronzer. I want it to be more cool toned or more neutral, which I know typically seems like, oh, well, that would be a contour shade, wouldn't it? But no, I feel like since I have such a neutral undertone that leans way more cool, if anything, I feel like those more cool tone bronzers look better on me. But either way, my point with this amber shade, I really don't think it was all that cool toned, especially when I compared it to some other bronzers that I have that I do feel like are cool toned. So it just wasn't a favorite. And also, like, there's only 6.5 grams within these bronzers, and I feel like I plowed through this so quickly. to justify the like $24 price tag that came along with this. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think I got this on sale at half off, but still, just wasn't a favorite product. It was also one of those like baked jelly, is that what it is? I think products where it's like, it's not a cream, but it's not a powder, but it's also not really a cream to powder. Like, I really don't know how to explain it. I didn't get on with it, didn't really enjoy it, so I'm glad that I finished it off. Now, the blushes from this line are really lovely, very pigmented, and then the highlighters that Nabla has from this same line, I do enjoy those, and those do clock in at the same weight, the 6.5, but I feel like 6.5 grams for like a highlighter or a blush is a much better deal. Like, it's going to take you forever and a day to get through those, but with a bronzer, like, you're using that on more areas of your face, so you're going to plow through it a lot more quickly. Okay, then the last product to talk about comes from Sephora. So this is their matte powder foundation. I get mine in the shade 08 Fair Neutral. So as you can see, shiny, shiny, empty, empty pan. Now, I will say, you're going to see this empties video first. And then, like I said, I've been pre-filming some things. So you're going to see some videos in December where I pull this out and I'm talking about it. And there's still a little bit of product in it. But that's all it is. Those videos were filmed first and now this one. But either way, this is, like I said, the matte powder foundation from Sephora, and it is absolutely hands down one of my favorite powders. If you have heard me talk about this previously, you can just skip to the end of the video because you know what I'm going to say. I feel like this is a great powder foundation. It wears really nicely. It is actually what I have on today as my foundation. I feel like it gives the right amount of coverage. It really helps to cover up any like redness or like breakouts or things like that you're having, and it never looks super powdery or cakey on my skin. I also really love to use this as a setting powder. Like, I will top this off on top of foundations. I will use this to set down my concealer. And again, it never looks like cakey or too powdery. It never like breaks down. I feel like especially in the summertime, I get a lot of breaking down in my T-zone because that tends to be where my oils come through the most. And then especially around like my smile lines because I'm talking and I have like a very animated face and I talk with my hands. But when I do use this to set down my face or just use it as a standard powder foundation, like, I don't feel like I have any of those things. So it is just a workhorse product in my opinion. It's something that I will always have in my collection, and I have actually repurchased this already. So with all of that being said, that is it. That is all that we have to talk about for an empties video. Let me know. Are you like feeling it at the end of the year? Are you feeling the pressure to get certain things out of your collection? Because I'm definitely feeling this pressure to get certain items out of my collection, and I just have one more month left to do it. But like I said, I appreciate you making it till the end. I hope you're having a good day, a good night, or a good whatever, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.